Welcome to another episode of Geekoutdoors.com, and today I wanted to talk about Blackberries. Blackberry who? Exactly. Blackberries, or as they were lovingly remembered as crackberries, were the gold standard when it came to physical keyboard phones. And you know, back then, every phone pretty much had a physical QWERTY keyboard. But when it came to typing, there was no better option if you wanted to type, send messages, than there was the Blackberries. As a matter of fact, I actually had two Blackberries. I had one that was a PDA, and that stands for Personal Digital Assistant for all you youngsters out there. I used that for work. And I had another one called the Blackberry Pearl, and that was my personal phone that I used. And I absolutely adored them. Now, Blackberry just announced the official release of their latest creation, the Blackberry Priv, on AT&T here in the US come November 6th. This is actually their flagship phone, so let's quickly go over some of these specs. First and foremost, it's got a 5.4-inch QHD AMOLED screen that is a Quad HD screen. It comes with the 1.8 gigahertz Snapdragon 808 processor. It has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of onboard storage, plus, thankfully, a micro SD card slot, an 18 megapixel rear camera plus a 5 megapixel front camera, and a 3,410 milliamp battery. And the most important special feature is the inclusion of a physical QWERTY slide-out keyboard at the bottom. Awesome. Now, their pricing-wise, on contract, this phone is going to be $250, and off contract, it's going to be a whopping $700. Wow. So what do I think of this new Blackberry phone? Well, I think $700 is a little too much, and that's actually for any phone, as a matter of fact, but especially when you have a phone that doesn't have the brand name recognition that it does. Now, another thing that I didn't mention was that this Blackberry Priv is the very first Blackberry phone here that's going to be released that's going to be running Android. It actually runs Android 5.1.1. Now, although that might be advantageous, well, only if there weren't like a bazillion other manufacturers making Android phones, and especially if you don't have the weight that you used to. Now, why is this called the Blackberry Priv? Well, Priv is short for privacy, and back then Blackberry has always been known for their privacy standards. So that's why a lot of government, corporations, private entities, they use them, especially for their Blackberry Messenger service, or BBM. Now, with all of these things taken into consideration, I really think that this particular phone, and Blackberry in general, they're probably going to follow the same path that HTC has. And I actually talk about that in a previous episode. You can see the link below. So their chances, to me, I think, it's slim. You know, as much as I love my crackberries, as much as I adore the lovingly sexy QWERTY keyboards, I really think this Canadian bear is going to have to hibernate a little while longer. So those are actually my thoughts on the Blackberry Priv. Leave me your comments, ideas, thoughts, or maybe you had a Blackberry and you could share some of your stories down below. So if you like these videos, be sure to subscribe. And for the full written episode, head out to Geekoutdoors.com, and I will see you outdoors on the very next episode.